Good to go? All right, it is March 24th, 6:30 p.m. We're going to call this special session of the West Tawakoni City Council to order. We'll start with invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. If you lead us, please.
Father, we come with thanks for you giving us this opportunity to serve our community. We ask that you grant us wisdom and clarity through the matters before us tonight, and help us do what's right and act with integrity and make decisions to serve all our good citizens. Watch out for our city, protect those who live here. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll move on to there. Number 4 is announcements. Council, do you have any announcements?
Easter egg hunt, April 4th at noon.
Robin will go over
Robin,
that.
go over, okay? I didn't see you back there, Robin, sorry.
Just a second, yeah.
That's all I had.
So you have any other announcements? Nope. Mary, baby, all right. John, any announcements? Okay. A little louder.
Keep less walking vehicles in their cleanup on April 11th.
All right, we'll move on from there. Number 5, citizens input related to agenda items, 3 minutes time limit. So actually that one,
Wanna do that
go ahead and do it now. Yes, ma'am.
now? Okay.
It's not related, but
I'm sorry. You want
Could have
to
been
move
under
non-related up?
Huh?
You want to move non-related up?
yeah, hold on just a second. Somebody want to make a motion? Just go ahead and move that up.
I make a
And we'll do a
motion,
vote.
I make a motion, we move the non-related agenda items to the current related to agenda items, 3-minute limit.
So we'll do 5 and 14 at the same time. I got a motion. Got a second. All in favor?
Ted Jacoby.
Andrew Lindsay, Greg Sprinkle.
Cecilia Irvin.
All right, now we're good. Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, council members, I just want to announce again that we are having the Tawakoni Fire Department, Volunteer Fire Department is having their annual Easter egg hunt. It is on Saturday, April the 4th in our city park at noon or until all those eggs are found, which won't take long. Also, if you want to drop, we do need more donations of wrapped candy and plastic eggs. You can bring them here, the Chamber of Commerce office here in West Tawakoni, the Tawakoni Volunteer Fire Department, and to the police department. And so far, we have about 3,000 that are already filled, and we have probably another 3,000 or 4,000 that we need to fill. And on that, on Wednesday, April the 1st, at 10 a.m., we're going to be at the chamber office to fill the eggs. So if anybody wants to come help with that, you're welcome. We'll have a little light lunch, and it usually takes about 3 hours to fill them all. So if you'd like to come help do that, we'll be there.
What time on the 1st? What time on the 1st?
At 10 a.m.
It sounds to me like we got somewhere between 6,000 and 7,000 eggs. Last year it was 10,000, and we could have used more. So
Right.
we
And
can
I
use
will
more,
tell you,
guys.
we had a very generous person that donated enough supplies to make 20 Easter baskets. So we will raffle those off too.
Thank you, Mr. Cox.
Thank you.
All right. Any more citizens input? Nothing? Okay, we'll move on from there. Number 6, city administrator recruitment progress. Council, Chris has signed the contract, and so have I. He is scheduled to start on 4/6. So thank you all for the hard work. I know there was a lot that went into that. We're ready to move forward. So I know he's anxious to get started. He was in town this weekend, so we'll move forward there. No other information on that from anybody. We'll move on. All right, so you got executive session for the administrator under 7. We don't need that.
That's for the position. the assistant administrator.
Okay.
But hey,
All right, so number 7 is executive session as authorized by Texas Government Code, Section 551.074, personnel matters. A, discussion and or action to create a position, assistant city administrator. I guess we need to move into executive session, discuss that further. Need a motion?
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second?
Judge Govey.
Cecilia Irvin.
Executive session 6:36. We'll be right back. Are we live?
Yes.
We're live? Yes. All right, we're back in session at 9:46, or 6:46, I'm sorry. Push this way out there. All right. So 8 is resuming special session. A, discussion and or action on creating a position of city administrator assistant. Council,
I make a motion that we table it, for now.
I got a motion on the table.
Second.
Got a second, all in favor?
Judge Gobi.
Ramsey Lindsay.
Greg Sprinkle.
Yes.
Cecilia Urban.
And then B would be discussion or action on naming assistant city administrator.
Make a motion we table.
Got a motion on the table?
Second.
Got a second?
Judge Gobi.
Ramsey Lindsay.
Greg Sprinkle.
Cecilia Urban.
Motion passed. Move on to number 9, discussion and possible action regarding implement of the employee health insurance plan following prior council approval of a PPO plan structure, including charges resuming from requote of the employee group. That one is on you.
Yeah. So let's pass those around. I'll just go through. So we've been working on this since November. And during that time, the option for the PPO has changed. It's gone.
Where'd it go?
We had a change of about 50% of our census. And so the company declined to requote. So what I've done here is I took the data from both the Renew Group and the Texas Health, and I've compared the two closest plans at the lowest cost. Both are HMOs. If we go with Blue Cross, the savings on an annual basis, and this time instead of back of the envelope figures, I did real figures. Annual savings would, compared to what we're paying today, would be $82,512. And since we've got 6 months left in our fiscal year, we would have a savings of $41,256. If we went with TML's revised plan, we would save $61,092 per year, or $30,546 for the remainder of the year.
What kind of, is that a PPO?
No.
What is that one?
HMO. Yeah. Let me finish.
It's PPO?
Let me finish this and I'll answer the question. So the decision isn't really whether we save money, but we save money with either one of those. The question is, and I don't know if the TML PPO network is the same as the network that we have currently, but if it is, then the cost to us by going with their plan instead of the Blue Cross plan would be a $21,400 difference. Now, we've got in our street budget, we got $110,000 allocated to paving material. If we took that $82,000 and put it in the street budget instead of paying it for insurance, we would almost double our budget for those carriers. And I can assure you that that's what every one of us here, more than anything else, is free. And so that gives us an opportunity to actually do something that's a taxpayer priority. And I understand that that some employees will have to change doctors and I'm not minimizing that. I've had to go through it many times, when they changed insurance at my job. But the trade-off's straightforward. We can either spend the money, to stay with the same network, and the same PML, or we can make this change to Blue Cross Blue Shield, and make a difference in the city. So
Sounds good.
with that, I move that we approve the Blue Cross Blue Shield, and that's a plan 663 ADT health insurance, and authorize the staff to finalize that enrollment.
I got something to say before we get through that. Before we discuss numbers and timelines, I want to focus on the people affected by the decision, our employees. They rely on stable access to doctors, predictable costs, and confidence that their health care will be there when they need it. A change from PPO to an HMO is not simply a budget adjustment. It can require employees to change decisions, obtain referrals for care, and navigate uncertainty about coverage. Our employees deserve clarity before being asked to make decisions that impact their families and financial security. My goal is to ensure they are protected and that we do not move forward without fully understanding the real-world impact of this change. The issue is not simply about choosing between two insurance plans. It is about whether this governing body is exercising its responsibility to make informed decisions that protect our employees and uphold the authority of council. Council previously approved a PPO plan structure. After that approval, a different HMO plan was introduced through structure. After that approval, a different HMO plan was introduced through the recording process. Since that time, questions have been raised regarding provider access, employee disruption, financial exposure, and authorization for the change. As we sit here tonight, we still do not have complete documentation answering those questions. We have been told that provider participation is uncertain, that disruption analysis was not performed, and that some employees may need to change doctors. That means council is being asked to allow implementation of a materially different benefit structure without fully understanding its consequences. Health insurance decisions affect access to care, continuity of treatment, and long-term financial risk. Lower premiums alone do not define a better plan. Our responsibility is not to move quickly. Our responsibility is to move correctly. Taking the time to obtain a clear side-by-side comparison, confirm local provider availability, and establish who authorized the change is not instruction. It is leadership. If material changes to employee benefits can occur without clear council action, then the authority of this body is weakened and confidence in our process is reduced. I'm asking that we take a measured and responsible approach, gather the necessary facts, and make a decision that protects employees, taxpayers, and credibility of this council. Before moving forward on employee health coverage, I believe council must address a process concern. A PPO structure was previously approved. A different HMO structure is now being proposed. Requests for clarification on provider access, employee impact, and authorization has not been fully answered. Without complete information, council cannot responsibly allow implementation to proceed. So my first question is, who specifically authorized the change from PPO to HMO?
I'm going to say that the company originally quoted.
Right. And then it should have came to council for a vote.
It
Well,
did. It did.
yeah.
We voted on it.
We voted on
It did.
PPO.
We voted on a PPO.
Right.
We didn't give them the information in a timely manner. So they did not quote that one.
Right. But a change to an HMO should have been brought back to council for another vote.
Okay.
So you do know that we have a deadline like Friday.
Right. I do
So
know.
we're either gonna stay and we're not gonna save any of that $82,000, or we're gonna make a change.
The money is going to come out of the employees' pockets throughout the year.
Money doesn't, what?
The insurance is what they pay throughout the year to go to the doctor is a lot more than what they're going to be paying on the PPO.
$300 difference in deductible, 5,000 versus 5,300.
They go to the hospitals out of network, they're going to be stuck with that bill.
That's true of every plan if you go out of network.
But PPO covers out of network up to a certain amount.
So I think the issue here is, for me, is that our employees had a really good plan, and it was very expensive for the city to give them that really good plan. And one of the things that you have to look at, and I've had my insurance changed twice in the 20 months that I've been with the company I'm with now. They changed, when I went to work for that company, I had an insurance policy and they paid 100% of my insurance. That got, this year, they said, we're spending this amount. If you want a different insurance than what we're offering you, you can pay for the difference out of pocket. So Terrell, Quinlan, and Rockwall don't pay 100% of their employees' insurance coverage. Because
I
of the,
called
because of-
today and they do. It's just they don't, like, their family's not included in it.
okay, according to their website, according to their employment, according to their applications, they don't pay 100% of their employees' insurance. It really doesn't matter what the other cities do. It matters whether or not the employees decide what insurance coverage we can give you or what our budget decides what insurance company coverage we can give you. We understand that this is not easy. That we do understand that. I pay for insurance and I have to pay $517 a month and my wife's on Medicare because she's over 65. But I still have to pay. And the fact that our employees have for years gotten 100% coverage, we can't afford to give 100% coverage anymore. I do not disagree with what Chad said. We originally had a PPO that was as good or better coverage than what we originally, than what our current was at a better rate. But we didn't act fast enough for us to get that policy in place. And now we're paying for that inaction.
Okay. I have something too. I see a lot of employees here, they have a lot of interest in this.
Sure.
How many employees are there on insurance?
16.
14, I think.
14 out of 15.
It'll be 17.
Out of the 14 out of 15, how many don't want this new insurance?
I haven't got a good positive review from anybody.
Nobody wants.
No.
So nobody wants. So
What's the reasons why?
The
You know,
higher out-of-pocket costs.
as far as
And some providers, some of their long-term providers are not covered in this insurance, and they'll have to pay out-of-pocket costs. to get into the care.
And prescriptions too.
And our dental coverage has gone down, our vision care.
It's like you're basically giving them a pay cut.
So as far as I am concerned,
Like
as
it's
a
cutting their pay
councilman,
back big time.
so I voted for it, for the change. I thought it was a good thing. I liked it. There's no question about it. And I like the savings too. But switching from PPO to HMO without our knowledge, I don't like it at all. That kind of a thing we can't have. Just cannot have it. That's one. Second, if we don't have the employees working for us, we don't do anything. None of us. We don't do any actual thing. We just make a motion and leave. Approve it. They're not on our side. We're not going to succeed. We will not succeed. People start leaving. We will not succeed. Sometimes we make a decision, and just don't have your ego connected to it. Sometimes we make a decision, we break it. We say, we think it is better. We have a better choice. We have a reason to change it. Just don't have feeling that way. We are breaking the decision. They are against me, or they are not. We are losing the savings. Money is important, but it's not everything. Though, if we lose the support of these people, we're not going to be doing very much. So, I am going to agree with him as far as he's. We are not. We have to have the strength to break a decision that we made. We made a decision. We liked it then. We don't like it now. We have to have the strength to break it. I don't see anything wrong
Do
with
we
it.
not have the same responsibility to the 2,000 citizens that we represent?
Nobody has told me not to, but I right now I'm just listening to the employees.
I understand that, and I fully understand that. I'm just saying, don't we also have the same responsibility
We do.
to
I
the
know
citizens that
Yes.
we're spending their money?
we do have their responsibility, but that doesn't mean that we go to the bottom, and then alienate all of our employees. If they're not there, we're not doing anything. They can't
Agreed.
be there.
Agreed.
So at this time, I'm just going to take the side of the employees because I see we lose some money, so be it. If citizens come and say, "Hey, we gotta, you did something wrong," I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it, and I'll explain to them. We made a decision. I'm breaking it.
Okay, my turn.
She said, yeah.
So this, TMLS revised plan, is that the same as the plan that you had with them?
With the same coverage, they re-rated us and gave us some breaks as far as our, I'm trying to think of the word she used. Claim forgiveness. So they re-rated everything, they took some of our older claims off that we had, from the year prior, and they gave us some breaks.
Okay, then my second question is, everything is saying 6 months. So in 6 months, does it all have to be done again?
So so they've given us a couple options, especially with the timeline that we're looking at now. If we rescind the termination, then we can maintain the same one we're at, which is the 1128, the one that costs 1128. And then either opt to do this revised one or wait until October so we do our usual time frame of our annual re-rate. We could start now and have a new anniversary year of 4/1 or 5/1, depending on when we go back and look at this. So if we were to go with rescinding the termination, we could say everything stay the same. And then if we want to look at a re-rate for a 5/1 start, we have that time to evaluate it, bring it to council, everybody look at it, see if we want to do that, and then move forward. But right now, we would either stay or we're going to go this plan here. We're looking at still a 2-week, not a 2-week implementation time.
I have a question, one more question. The lady last time, she said we could save 25,000. Can we still get that or no?
Yes, so that's the, if you're
That's
looking
what
at
she
what
was
she's
asking,
looking
right?
at, yeah.
Okay, that's 21,000.
Is that the total savings? More than that?
I don't know the exact total on that one.
So if we move to the TML plan, their revised, the TML revised plan.
Mhm.
Okay, does that count through the end of this year, through the end of this fiscal year, or does that count through May of next year?
And
We only have one option. We have to do it for a year or we don't get it.
no, so there's 2 options. So if we rescind it, we could stay where we're at, look at the re-rate option, or stay the same. So, if that was just a possibility, like, that's where she came to us, brought that number. If we go with that, then that's a 5/1 to 5/1. That's when then we would just straight change our anniversary date. If we stay where we're at with the current one that we're at, there would be no savings at the moment until we evaluate, look a little further, look a little deeper, and then that would either change our date or we would continue until October, and then we get our new rates. We would get our usually new rates June, July for the budget, and then our October or November start date would be that one.
So it's either take the new plan for 12 months or stay on the old plan that we're paying $1,172 for a month for the next 6 months. Kind of got us in a rock and hard place, don't we?
No, yeah, we'll have to make it
But I
choice.
mean, it's still budgeted, so yes, we can look at savings.
Yeah, it's budgeted, but just because it's budgeted, doesn't mean it has to be spent.
I don't
How much is the
But-
budget actually?
240,000 a year.
240,000.
240,000 a year for 14 of 16 employees.
So the way I look at it, 21,000 in 6 months, that's $3,500 a month, right? 6 months, we lose that. I would say, for getting the 21,000, we don't go a whole year. Forget
That's what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
we don't have that choice. They're not giving us that choice. If we take the lower rate, we have to take it for 12 months.
No, that's one. Don't take it. It's 21,000. That is materially negligible. $3,500 a month for the next 6 months. Stay in the same plan through October as we would normally, and then we still have another chance in 6 months to evaluate all these other competition.
We'll get if we stay with the same anniversary date, then we would get our new re-rate as June or July, so we have time to budget for the next fiscal year.
Yeah.
So we'll have rates by that time.
We'll also have time to shop it.
Yes,
We can have time to look at other options.
we have time to shop it, and I think everybody would be happier too.
Okay, so I have a motion. Or you want to rescind that or you want me to push it through?
Yeah, go ahead and push it through.
Okay, so I've got a motion. Do I have a second?
What was the motion?
That we accept this Blue Cross Blue Shield plan.
And I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Greg Sprinkle.
No.
Motion's not passing.
I'd like to make a motion. That we,
Hold on, can we make another motion on that?
That motion. I don't know. Don't do anything, then we don't have any insurance. Like, we don't make a move to implement anything, we're,
Right.
we have to
So
make
you
a
make a
motion
there has to be a motion.
for them to keep the insurance tomorrow.
There has to be a there has to be a past motion or to continue with either plan.
Well, not necessarily, because if you go to the other one, you got a motion to exit, right?
Yes.
So if you
Yeah,
motion
no,
not
it's
to
just-
exit, because I don't think you can have two motions on the
Yeah,
same.
so, yeah, the number 10, if you wanted to reinstate the benefits, we could. On.
That's the way it should be done. So we're gonna close out number 9 and move to number 10. Discussion and or action on reinstating the TXHB benefit pool.
I'll make a motion that we, reinstate the TXHB benefit pool.
Got a motion on
Through
the
the end of the
table?
year, right?
Yeah.
For
To
the end of the year.
clarify.
Through the, yeah.
You don't even have to clarify that.
Yeah,
No,
that's
you
just
just
a flashback.
reinstate it. I've got a motion on the table.
I'll second it.
I've got a second. All in favor?
Judge Kobe?
James Shem?
Cecilia Irvin.
Motion passed.
But I guess everyone needs to understand that come 6 months from now, it still can change. I mean,
At least to a better plan than what they brought to us. Because what originally was brought to us when we voted on was a good plan, and then they brought a shitty plan after that.
So that was our fault.
so what we need to,
We didn't get it done. That's the problem, is that we, one of the things we've got to do is we've got to act when we do
If
something.
it's crappy, just delay it.
No, it wasn't crappy. We passed it.
Right.
We did not
Passed
get the
PPA
information
plan.
back. We did not get the information back to them in time, and it had to be requoted, and that's why we didn't get that plan.
I've understood that it need to be requoted due to employee changes, not due to late.
Well, how many employee changes took place in that 30 days?
It was more than 30 days. It was a January to a March.
Why
census.
couldn't they re-quote the PPO?
None of that actually matters
Yeah,
now.
let's go.
Be a great job for city administrator to jump into to find out what our best deal on insurance is.
Yeah, they didn't go and, shopping.
We're gonna move on from there to number 11, discussion and or action to approve ordinance number 339.3.10.2026 and ordinance amending ordinance number 277-12-11-2018 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of West Tawakoni, Texas, adopting the current version of the National Fire Protection Association, NFPA, Section 101, Life Safety Code, and Section 1 Fire Code to maintain consistency with the Texas State Fire Marshal's Office adopted version of providing a savings clause, providing a severability clause, providing for a penalty of fine not to exceed the sum of $2,000 for each offense.
Tanner's is just bringing us up to code.
So this is basically we're keeping all the same codes we have and we're adding NFPA 101 life safety and NFPA 1 fire code. What this does is allow the Hunt County Fire Marshal to go in on inspections with us. They currently cannot do that under our current code. They need this in addition.
I make a motion. Go ahead.
I got a question. At what point do they get a $2,000 fine? After we like warn them and they don't fix it, then they get a fine, or?
Sure, some of it depend on what the penalty, what's going on.
Yeah.
That fine is also actually still on.
Any other discussion?
No.
Entertain a motion? Somebody started.
okay, I make a motion that we accept the, revision on the approve the ordinance number 339.3.10.2026.
Got a motion?
I'll second.
Who's second?
Either
Jeff?
one.
I'll second.
I got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Ted Scobie.
Randy Lindsay.
Greg Sprinkle.
Jeff Sham.
Cecilia Irvin.
Motion passed. Moving on, number 12, discussion and or action on budget amendment to reallocate funds for additional audit expenses.
So that is, what you guys have in front of you is the budget amendment. We were able to look at some salary savings on a couple different areas to increase that audit expense to cover the scanning services and getting the 23, 24, and 25 audits completed.
We talked about it last time anyway.
Yep.
So,
This allows us to
I've already
get
sheet
the audits and
I
stuff done.
Woohoo!
Are there any questions on that?
No.
Everybody's got a copy. If there's no questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we approve the audit expense movement of the money from budget amendment for the audit expense.
I got a motion.
Second.
I've got a second.
Ted Scobie.
Randy Lindsay.
Greg Sprinkle.
Jeff Sham.
Cecilia Irvin.
Motion passed. Move on from there. Number 13, legacy project.
Can I interrupt? real quick?
Yes, sir.
Can we go from 5 to 1 this time? I make a motion, we go from 5 to 1. Cecilia always gets the short end of the stick in time, because we're all talking for 20 or 30 minutes, and so I would like to give Cecilia first crack today, so that she can have more of our attention and time to go over her legacy project first.
So I got a motion to go, number 13, go from E backwards to A.
Second.
Motion and a second.
Ted Scobie.
Randy Lindsay.
Greg Sprinkle.
Jeff Sham.
Cecilia Irvin, and thank you.
All right, going from there, discussion and or possible action on updates from Council Place 5.
Okay, thank you. Okay, on the community outreach, Mary and I've met once, and we've decided that we're going to continue forward at this time with what she's already implemented. And we're going to meet again tomorrow with Amanda. Oh, this is only Tuesday. Thursday, we're going to meet, Mary and Amanda and I are going to meet and try to drop some new things we can add to it. I've been doing some research on other cities and the newsletters that they put out. And one of the things that's in there, and I'm not sure how you feel about this, is there's a lot of times there's a mayor's blog on there sort of thing. If you had something you want to talk about, or our city administrator.
I think that all the above, give each of your council a place to put something out there.
Okay, yeah. So we're still working on it, and I think we'll improve it as we go.
Okay.
So I'm excited
I
about it.
think that's a good idea. I'm not a social media savvy person.
And the other thing that she's already put out there is a button at the, like where you look on the city website and there's buttons, instead of having to go search for the newsletter, there's going to be a button for news. You punch on it and it comes up.
Cool.
That's good.
I think that'll be a good thing.
Quick question. So we approved having the iris put to where it can be gotten to. Have you had a bunch more sign up for that?
We've had several, we just let you guys talk about that. She's been cleaning up some of the old entries, so we don't end up paying for more users. But the online link has been working. I don't know the exact number.
Good deal.
It has been.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Another thing that's not listed on here is the signage. And so just real briefly on that, Shannon and I are meeting on that, and we will continue to meet on it. And we have some revisions that we're putting together, and I'd just like some further time before I present it. So thank you.
Easy enough. So continue going backwards. D, discussion or possible actions on update Council Place 4.
I don't have a lot of updates this time, but the first one, I haven't done anything since the last meeting. The street lights, we would have an answer by the next regular meeting.
Okay.
And then City Hall, I haven't done anything. Yeah, I've been just too busy. I'll have something for next meeting.
Did you add those 9 to the list for FEC?
I did. They said that's not a problem.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. C, discussion or possible action on update Council Place 3.
Flip it, I'm still third.
You wanna go last?
You just
No,
draw
Hey,
next time.
make a motion to start from A.
I'll make a motion next time we start in the middle. You're still there. Yeah, I know. I'm still in the middle. Anyway, so a couple things on the park upgrades. We are 95% complete with all the things that we set off to do by April the 1st. Courts have been striped. The pickleball courts are in. The four-square court is in. The basketball courts are striped. The pavilions have been re-roofed. They look phenomenal. The security cameras are up to 13 now. In fact, we have a camera pointing at the basketball court. I've reached out to the NCAA to see if they'll let us cover the final. We'll have to host the Final Four next year. I don't think I'm going to hear back from them, however, because it's a half-court game.
Yeah.
And the second basketball goal is the only thing left to get done, and I've been assured that it will be done before next Wednesday, which is April the 1st, which was our target date. So
Looks really good.
How heavy are those things?
oh, real heavy,
Yeah.
real heavy, and real tall.
Yeah.
I was trying to squat one.
Yeah, you go get one. Well, I tried to take a video. JD shot one and made it on his first shot from 3-point range, and I didn't get it on video.
And then didn't make another one.
And then didn't make another one for 10 minutes. It was
I
crazy.
made 2 in a row. Louis made it first one.
Yeah. But shout out to Devin Miller. Help me with names. Devin Miller, Kiki Murphy, of course Kevin Jennings, who's all over the park, JD, and Louis. What's Louis? Howell. Louis Howell. All those guys just stepped up and have gone way over and above to make it easy on us to get our stuff done. So
How many jobs fall over there?
we have one installed now, second one going up. Then we're going to take one of the ones I believe Robin and Leon donated them years ago, and they sat in the water plant. And we're going to fabricate something for one of the goals. We left one of the old ones up. We're going to fabricate some way to incorporate those and use them and put it at about 7 feet so it can be for smaller kids.
I was about to say, we can lower that one.
Yeah, we can lower that one down. I think we'll get it somewhere between 7 and 8 feet, which would be really nice for the younger kids to play over there. But just to let you know, I go in, since I drive by the park every night or 3 or 4 times a day, I've seen at least 3 baseball teams and 3 football teams out there practicing every night. The grass being cut shorter has made a huge difference in them being able to get out there and do stuff. I'm going to start working with James and the guys at the golf course about making the grass a better quality. Hopefully we can do some stuff about, there's some sandburst stickers and stuff like that we want to try and correct and do stuff like that. But it's really made a huge difference.
It's just turf it all.
Yeah. Turf it all. Yes.
You know what works on those sandbursts is dried molasses.
Really.
You can get it at Steve's Nursery because I had trouble with that when I lived in Greenville, and it knocks them out.
Does it really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like organic.
Yeah.
Especially down by the water.
Yeah.
And I also had a phone call with Jason at the SRA yesterday to meet me out at the point to come up with some ways to stop the erosion. We're losing a lot of the point. It's probably only 15 or 20 feet from the pavilion that's out there that we just put a new roof on, and it's about to be a really nice fishing barge if we don't do something.
And he broke up concrete down at the 2 Mile Ellis area.
Oh, really?
They took all that out. They
Nice.
went in and broke up all that concrete.
So I
put it in here somewhere to-
yeah, I'm perfectly fine. But anyway, he and I talked yesterday. We don't have time to meet this week because of his schedule and my schedule, but we're going to get out there next week. And I approached them in terms of what can you guys do to give us your expertise and help us, and then see what it'll take to help to possibly get some of their grant money to do it. So I think I waited until after we had some improvements done so that he could see that we are taking a much better, much more dedicated interest in the park. And I still want to get park supervisor as quickly as I possibly can. So Mary and I have to work out the way we make.
Gotta work out the details.
We got to work out the details. But everybody's on board. JD's on board. The person that wants to come over is on board. Everybody's on board. So looking forward to it. That and last thing on your eggs, we gave the Park Fan Club, who runs the website for us and everything, and puts out all the really pretty posts and does all that. We sat Sunday afternoon and stuffed 700 plus eggs and delivered them to the Civic Center on Sunday night or Monday. So Yeah, so there were 700, and they're not candy. So we didn't feel good about the candy thing just because of the ants and stuff. All have toys in them, perfect for 3 to 5 year olds or whatever. So, but shout out to that group for doing all the stuffing. So
Can I ask a question?
you can.
Okay. Is there anything in the budget or plans or even availability of size to put a frisbee golf area out there?
So that goes way. So one of the things that I'm doing right now currently, since we are towards the end of everything that we had, my thing is create a plan, schedule the plan, execute the plan, then build another one, right? And so that's just what I do. And so what we're doing now is, now that we've gotten this first phase that I felt like we could afford, we need to come up with the money for. We've gotten that done. So right now the group and I are talking about the master plan. So I actually got 3 28 by 52 pictures of the park on vinyl that are overheads. You can write on them with dry erase markers. And so we're kind of drawing up ideas on what we want to do. Frisbee golf, dog park, splash pad. They're all the ideas are there. But now what we have to do is figure out like where they would go. So we have a long-term plan and a short-term plan. And how do we create what we want, get the ideas on what we want to do, write the plan, schedule the plan, and execute the plan again. But we'll probably do it in sections again. But we would love to see, I think Frisbee golf has a great opportunity to be out there because it's mixed use. You can play Frisbee golf and have a walking trail.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so since you can do both of those things in the same thing, you don't take up extra space to do it. You give multiple uses to the same area. So really, really pleased with that. And again, the fan club has been phenomenal in promoting, keeping things going, giving me ideas. And to be honest, if it wasn't for them, I couldn't do all the paperwork because I'm just not good at that part.
And then I got one more question.
Yes.
Is that pain? So is there what do y'all do like with the nets and stuff? Is there like a checkout thing? Is it kept somewhere?
So the net, so we've talked about this. The nets that are on the goals today, one of the park fan club members, Nikki, has a program. She gets some stuff through Amazon because she's a phenomenal reviewer. So she gets some points that she gets to spend. She gave us a dozen nets. They're red, white, and blue. They're prettier than the ones that came on the goals. So we're using those. But we're talking about ways that in the future, so this is pie in the sky kind of stuff. This is not something that's going to happen tomorrow. But the thought is to have a way to do that checkout where you can check out a pickleball net, you can check out a volleyball net. We're working on a volleyball court pretty quickly, I think. But you can check out volleyballs, you can check out basketballs, you can check out things to do in the park. The horseshoe pits are another thing. There's actually 7 horseshoe pits in the back of the park that nobody even knew was there. I'm getting that cleaned up right now as well. We're cutting down some of the dead trees and cleaning up all the tree limbs, and we're going to start incorporating that in our mowing. So, could you rent horseshoes, or could you do it? Could you drop off your driver's license and get it and go back? Kind of like at a rec center where, in a bigger city where you'd have a rec center and you would leave your driver's license and grab the sports equipment and then go back out.
Yeah, that way our nice stuff stays nice for a while.
Yeah, we hope so. We hope so. I don't know, but right now, I think most kids are going to bring their own basketball. I think most kids will bring their own 4-square ball. I think most kids will bring a volleyball, or most adults. Pickleball is kind of an adult game, not a kid game, from what I've seen. But so they bring their own equipment. And portable, it's perfect size. It's portable. They can pick it up, throw it in the trunk of their car, then come back up here and play 2-3 hours, throw it back in the car and go back up.
What about sand volleyball?
So everybody wants sand volleyball. Everybody wants it. Okay, I don't want to say everybody. There have been a lot of people who would like to see sand volleyball. We have a place for it. In fact, I want to outline it with a fire hose to begin with. The 2 things that I'm concerned about with sand volleyball is it's the stray cats.
Oh yeah.
And there are a lot of feral kitties over there, and a sand volleyball pit's a giant litter box, and I would not want our residents to come over to play sand volleyball and have that be deterrent.
Yeah.
Which it would be, I think. But
Move the cats.
But so what do you do? I mean, it's a trade-off. We either have to, have somebody that's in the park that goes through with a litter scoop every morning and, or on whatever. But I think that the events that are going through the events that we're bringing in, and I think that the city events that are going to be here are going to really help us take off now that they're going to see true progress and something very visible. The pavilions look phenomenal. We replaced the flags at the Veterans Memorial. I do need 30 bags of mulch and 20 bags of white rock, but I got to finish paying all my bills before I can find out whether or not I can buy it. So we're really close to paying off all our bills, but we're also really close to being out of our money.
Plexiglass cornhole boards are a thing too. I looked it up after we talked.
Do what?
Plexiglass cornhole boards.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I can make those.
They
Yeah.
are
So
a thing.
an idea. But
I think what you're doing out there is raising a lot of excitement in the community.
I appreciate that. I know it is.
You'll start writing about it now.
Yeah, I want it to be in the newsletter.
We
Come out
need
and do this.
pictures.
We need to get word out because
Yeah.
people don't know to go to the park.
Yeah.
And go to the park and go get involved and just play a game. It's amazing. It's really pretty, and Kevin has done a phenomenal job of keeping the bathrooms up and clean, and he's doing that on his own time. So I can't say enough thank yous to Kevin for standing up and taking responsibility and taking ownership. So,
Greg, I have a suggestion.
sure.
2 years ago, I think SRA gave us a loan, gave us a grant for 10,000 or 20,000 for park upgrades. Can you meet Jason? Ask him if there is anything like that.
Oh, don't worry. We're asking for money. I can promise you, we're feeding him lunch and we're asking for money. That audit progress we all know about. We've been working on
I
that.
have an update for that.
Oh, do you? I would love one.
I've been talking with the auditor that we are working with. He now has all of our access to all of our funds, all of our accounting. I had a list for him that I was given of all the things we need. That tomorrow.
So let me clarify, is that the new auditor or the old auditor? Awesome. That is great that you have that list in front of you. And if you need resources to help you put that together, to put that list together, then please do not hesitate to ask for them. And what is the timeline for getting that back to him?
I think some of this, we're gonna have to wait for some of the scanning, which I've also got, some of those documents coming in, they're uploading those to an online platform. But for the majority of it, especially for 24 and 25, all that's still in fund use, that's easy to grab. I'm gonna need a little bit of time working through some of these older things that I don't usually touch on an everyday basis, and just kind of working through them. As I go through them, I'll have a better timeline. I haven't had a chance to really dive into it.
So when are all the documents due to be scanned completed?
They told us roughly 2 weeks.
And it's been a week?
Right?
Didn't they come pick it up last? They come pick it up last Monday or Tuesday?
They said they would start having data for us within 2 weeks. They can't finish that.
Okay.
And the update they had, they've gotten through a couple of the boxes from the court at this point, and they'll have more uploads day after tomorrow. So they're supposed to be working through the older stuff so we can match that up with the older audit, and then working forward.
So Mary, you have 2 pages of items there,
Yeah, I've got 37 items.
37 items. So can we like, you know how I am about this, right? Can we put down and say our next council meeting is April 7th or 14th? Can we say that by April the 14th, you will take that list for us and bring it back to us with, here's the 37 things they asked for. And on April the 14th, have a check mark by each one that you have done. Okay. And I I don't know how many of them are in the old box or in the new box, but,
Well, and I mean, it's gonna depend on some of these, like, I would say 1 through 7, he already has, I just have to tell him where to find them.
I hope you can check off 10 of them without blinking an eye.
And
But what I don't want to see is on May the 10th that there's still 12 items on that list, right?
Yeah.
So if between now and the April meeting, you can bring that back to us with a list and say, I've done all of these, but these I haven't. We can look at those that you haven't and say, I can't do this one because it's in box 27 and they still have box 27 or whatever, for whatever reason. I just want to make sure that we have a clear timeline on what we are delivering back to the auditor on what he wants and what we're doing. But I'd really like to know before. You know what I mean?
I'll have their timeline once we go through these, and hopefully some of these will already be checked off and completed by then.
So in the audit progress on April the 14th, the 13th, we on the first April meeting, let's update that with, here's the list, here's what I've been able to provide, and here's the list of things that I haven't been able to provide, and here's why. Please. Okay. Do I need to send that in an email to be on the agenda?
Well, I mean, it's already the audit progress is already gonna be there, but if you want to send an email.
To remind me.
Follow up with an email, please. What else you got?
New elementary school. I talked to one person today and they had a long conversation with Jeff Irwin, who is with the Quinlan ISD. And he believes that their next school is still several years away, but that they understand the need out here. It's nice of them to reach out to us.
Yeah.
So that's all there is on that. I'm done.
Okay. Continue going backwards. B, discussion and possible action on updates from Council Place 2.
Okay, so, audit, we just covered. Insurance, we just covered. I do have some questions. I understand when we talked about this last week, Shannon said there were a couple of other city-owned properties.
Yeah, but we have to get a building off of it. We're working on that right now.
Okay.
What item were we talking about? So I have to know.
That's gonna be on, really James and I working together on City Hall idea.
Oh,
So
I
those,
got you.
the property that's not listed, the two that aren't listed, one is highway and one is directly behind it, and it's, house across from Dale's. Half that house sits on city property.
Right.
So the piece of property closest to Rustic Oaks is ours, and the property directly behind it is ours. So those two houses, or those two properties were not listed on that list when we went through them.
Okay, good.
How soon we get that house torn down?
Samsi, I have something to add. So when Donna, EDC chief, she came to the golf course, I asked her about this possibility of trading. She said she's not opposed to it, but it's got to go through their, committee.
Okay.
Continue moving backwards. A, discussion and possible action on updates from Council Place 1.
So the Arrowhead water line replacement, I think correct point, we probably need to put up bids, or have bids placed. Right? Yep. So what do we need to do to get that done?
It depends on which project and how you're going to break this project together. What you want to bid for. The whole thing, so that we can go through that process. The best way, in my opinion, to go through that process is going to our engineers. Because they've got that process figured out, the right lingo, verbiage, they know the vendors, they know all those things. I can get kind of a quote of what it would be to get that type of bid process together and just see if that's even in a realm of can we do it just out of? I can do that if you like.
And is the plan to do that, is that, JD gonna, our crew is gonna do the installation and work?
Can you not do any of the work for the COVID?
Huh?
You can't do any of the work at all?
We can do some of it.
It's over a certain amount, it's gotta go to bid.
So a big part of that project, if we try to tackle that, it's gonna take a long time. For the city.
It might actually be cheaper to bid, take it up to bid.
Take it up good for it. We have to contract it out.
Can we talk to them about doing it in sections so that there's broken out? So you got, clearly you got water, you got streets, you got drainage, you got everything going on right there at the same time, where you break that out and maybe the city can do some of it
Yes.
based on that, but we get it broken out in our pricing from them.
We got we got 4 sections broken out. We can probably do the bid in 4 sections. We'll do it one at a time. Alright, and then, nothing on the speed limit change, or the lighting. I think we're kind of waiting on the downtown thing for some lighting.
This you're talking about the
Yeah.
traffic light, right?
The traffic
Oh, the
light.
traffic light, oh yeah, basically,
So I did reach out to the Texas Dot.
yeah.
So they want a letter from the city stating that we request them to do a traffic study and cite some reasons why. You know, they said there was an accident on such and such date, or people are, whatever it is, write that in a piece of paper and send a letter, with your signature.
They're gonna-
Get that in an email to Mary and I so we can get that letter done immediately.
Is there any data that shows how many accidents are up there? Does anybody have that data, or is it
Chief would have that.
Sure.
Man, cowboy hat back there.
secret account?
Please get that in an email so that we can get that plan in place and get that moving.
And then the new post office, I got more on this. I'm actually, I'm waiting on the new city admin to come in and talk to him about the post office and zip code. Pick his brain on some stuff. That's all I got.
All right. Great job seeing that move along. We'll keep moving here. So we've already done 14. So, hey guys, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second that.
A motion in a second.
That's Kevin.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Greg Swinkle.
Dave Shem.
Celia Irvin.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.